You think canned salmon is one of the safest, healthiest foods you can buy in Canada. But what if I told you some of the most trusted brands in your pantry are no longer truly Canadian? And in some cases, you may be paying more for salmon that traveled across the world, processed by companies you've never heard of, and owned by corporations outside this country. Even worse, some brands rely on marketing that makes you believe you're supporting Canadian fishermen, when in reality, your money may be going somewhere else entirely. And before you think switching to cheaper brands is the solution, wait until you see what's really behind those budget options. Stay with me, because at the end of this video, I'll show you two canned salmon options that are actually worth your money, and one of them has a story that most Canadians have never heard before. Let's uncover what's really inside those tins. Every week, millions of Canadians reach for canned salmon. It feels like a smart choice. High in omega-3, affordable protein, wild-caught, product of Canada. But here's what most people don't realize. The modern seafood industry is global, complex, and often hidden behind labels. Organizations like Health Canada and global watchdogs have repeatedly emphasized the importance of traceability and transparency in seafood supply chains, because without transparency, you're not really choosing what you think you are. Number 7, Gold Seal, improved engagement. Gold Seal. For many Canadians, this is the canned salmon brand. It's been in homes for generations, trusted, familiar, almost nostalgic. But here's the reality most people don't know. Gold Seal is owned by a Canadian company that is owned by a massive international seafood giant. That parent company operates across multiple countries, with global sourcing, global processing, and global profits. So when you buy Gold Seal, thinking, I'm supporting Canadian seafood, you might not be. And here's the bigger issue. When supply chains stretch across continents, transparency becomes harder. You don't always know where the fish was caught, how it was processed, and how long it traveled. And that matters, especially for seniors and families who care about food quality. And this is just the beginning, because the next brand doesn't even pretend to be a fishing company. Number 6, President's Choice, stronger corporate angle. President's Choice, premium packaging, clean branding, feels trustworthy. But here's the truth. President's Choice is not a seafood company. It's a store brand, owned by one of the largest grocery retailers in Canada. That means they don't catch fish. They don't process fish. They outsource everything. And here's why that matters. You don't know which factory made your salmon, which country it passed through, what standards were actually followed. And if that sounds concerning, there's something else you should know. This same corporation was involved in a major pricing scandal that affected Canadians for years. So the question becomes, if a company has a history of putting profits first, can you fully trust what's inside the can? And wait, it gets cheaper from here. Number 5, No Name, value trap angle. No Name, bright yellow label, simple, cheap, straightforward. But here's the hidden reality. It's owned by the exact same company, same system, same sourcing strategy, just cheaper. And when something gets cheaper, something has to give. Usually fish quality, processing standards, supply chain transparency. Because at that price point, every decision is about cost, not quality, not origin, not long-term health. And for seniors, or anyone watching their nutrition, that trade-off matters more than people realize. But what about other grocery chains? Are they any better? Let's look. Number 4, compliments. Pattern recognition. Compliments. Different store, same story. Another private label, another outsourced product, another supply chain you can't see. It looks friendly, affordable, Canadian. But behind the label, it's just another contract product, made to hit a price point, not to build trust. And by now, you're probably noticing a pattern. Different brands, same system. And the next one, it's even bigger. Number 3, Walmart's Our Finest, global control angle. Walmart's Our Finest, premium, at least that's what it claims. But here's the truth. This is one of the largest global corporations in the world. Their entire business model is built on lower costs, higher volume, supplier pressure. And that pressure doesn't disappear. It travels down the supply chain, which affects sourcing, processing, and quality. So when you see premium, ask yourself, is it really premium or just premium marketing? Number 2, Tea Rose, hidden same owner twist. Tea Rose feels different, more traditional, more Canadian. But here's the twist. It's owned by the same company as Gold Seal. Same parent, same system, just different branding. This is how large corporations work. They give you the illusion of choice, but keep the profits in the same place. And most consumers never realize it. And finally, number 1, Organic Ocean. Expectation break. Organic Ocean sounds perfect, sustainable, ethical, premium. But here's where things get complicated. Organic in seafood doesn't always mean what you think. Wild fish can't really be controlled, which means certification can be confusing and sometimes misunderstood. So while the brand may have value, consumers must look deeper, because labels alone don't tell the full story. Now finally, the brands that actually get it right. St. John's Cannery, Raincoast Trading. This is different. Real operations, real fisheries, real connection to the ocean. Even more important, indigenous ownership, communities that have been connected to these waters for generations. This isn't just food, it's heritage, responsibility, accountability. And when you open a tin, you can actually see the difference. Your grocery cart is not just shopping, it's a decision, a signal, a vote. So the next time you pick up canned salmon, ask yourself, do I really know what I'm buying? If this video opened your eyes, subscribe to Safe Self Canada, because the next product in your kitchen might not be what it seems.